Save Yona, Vice.
It's you, isn't it?
No! Stay back!
What is even happening? I haven't even started this stream yet. Things are already going wrong. My mobile app dashboard says I am not streaming at all, despite having a duration. It says I'm offline and also simultaneously that I have been streaming for 3.5 minutes. So I don't know what that means. Oh, now things are popping. It still says I'm offline, and my timer isn't moving. I don't know what's happening. Today is a nightmare. Exclusively because of right now. Are there extended versions of that song? I wish to know. There's an hour-long. I just want to see extended. See if anybody's made like a cool thing out of it. No, it's just the same 1.5 minutes on loop. And as much as that entices me, I will be finding something else. What about just Final Fantasy? Like the whole thing. Like the whole franchise. Well, this goes in order too. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then onwards and so on. All up until the remake. Which means I could skip right to 6 if I wanted to. Oh, they have 2 Xanarkand? Are we just gonna play the sad Final Fantasy X song? I might just do it. Ah. It's just... Yeah, just boot up with some Xanarkand. Get everyone in the mood. For tears. This is what streaming is all about. I'm bringing up my comic pages. So, un momento. Por favor. My timer, like, periodically updates. It says 4:55 now, but then I look at OBS and it's like 5:22. I truly don't know if I'm online right now. I'm gonna go to twitch.tv and see if my channel is even, like... Why did that pause? I'll just skip here, freaking. Nah, I'm going here. Here. Am I messed up? Like, why does no song work for me right now? Do I have to go to the Stream Jams playlist? First, there's too many things happening in my brain at once. I'm going to check twitch.tv to see if I am even live right now. In a true sense of the word. Go to my channel. Live right now. Okay, I am. This idiot is live. Everything's broken. So that works. I did hear my dumb voice. So that's good enough for me. I suppose I can put something on screen that isn't my starting animation here. Here's all this. Ah. It's all here. And now I'm gonna find... I don't freaking know. Give me anything. Actually, I can't. So, well, I can, but I'm gonna have to... When in doubt, we're going to the Okami. This is a good set list here. Oh yeah, get me right in the mood for something. This channel has 30,000 subscribers. What do? They just compile music tracks? Okay, now we're gonna do that thing that I was doing earlier, where we're gonna update my thumbnail first, because I think today marks the beginning of the YouTube uploads, where I can do that. Or we can use this face. No, did I just... Wait, hold on. Did I... I guess I did. Okay, here she is. So she can get out of here. Do not save. Open. And... Pardonnez-moi. Alright, now we have the lady. And we could just say, get on out of here. Now we got new lady. New Londo ruins. There appears to be some detritus over here. I'll have to clean that up. I'll do it. Somebody else around here is going to do it. I'll do it. Oh, I knew this would happen. Okay, well, abandon literally everything I was doing. Because my pen settings did not work. And I don't know why they do this sometimes. Try again. I just want things to work. It's already bad enough that I have to deal with this freaking offline timer situation. Just slightly affecting my OCD in the background. Like, why does it say I'm offline? I'm clearly not. I cannot reconcile this fact. With the reality that I am facing. Okay. Which direction should be it? Maybe here and then a little bit over here. Trying to fill out the thumbnail a bit. That looks decent from afar, which is what a thumbnail is going to be viewed at by its very nature. I don't know why I did all this on the same layer. That seems like an oversight. Thumbnail, hi guys. What's good, mask? If by guys, do you mean me? I haven't seen any yet. What do you know that I don't? You see people around here? Oh, now my freaking... I hate... Am I even online right now? Okay, OBS says I'm live. But my app over there, my stream manager app, says I'm offline, that I have no duration, no viewers, and no followers, and that I'm bald, and that I have scurvy. It's just like, it's what is going on right now. And that I got ratioed. It's just... Ghost stream, apparently so. That is my fate for today. Was Zotan ever actually streaming? Find out next week. Oh, now it's back. And now I've been streaming for 11 minutes. I don't know what's happening. Twitch is being funny today. And not in like a ha-ha kind of way. And like I'm gonna yank all of my hair out live. One follicle at a time kind of way. That's what I'm getting. Alright, what video am I uploading even? Go to my freaking thing. Channel content. July 24th. And then I guess I'll upload the 25th. I could do 3 uploads in one day just to catch myself up a little bit. But we'll start with the I'll think about it. How badly do I want to just crater any hope of viewership? Upload 3 VODs in one day? Hell yeah. A JPEG, if you wouldn't mind. And then we'll go to the 24th, and now I gotta think of a title for this one. I guess I could just do thumbnail update, because that's the content of the stream. Typing it out. Oh, I'm offline again. According to Twitch. Very cool. I'm just gonna stop looking at it. At this point, it keeps confusing me. Now that's a thumbnail. Actually, now that I'm looking at it. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the Purgatory stream, where I am simultaneously live and not live, depending on what screen I'm looking at. Truly impressive stuff. Nobody's ever streamed like this before. I'm fixing my YouTube thumbnail. You know the bad thing about my recommendations on TikTok? Which bad thing out of the presumably many? What is the most pressing thing? I know that hell... Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. It just decided that it wasn't going to function, but it's fine. As long as I'm still live, and, you know, the important things get out there. Like me rambling incessantly to whoever shows up. I will do it, too. Sometimes the recommendations only have, like, 2 chapters uploaded. And new VOD goes public now. With the updated thumbnail face. More accurate reflection of the current character design. And how I draw in general. And then we'll just do the July 25th one too. I gotta upload 2 VODs in one day, otherwise they'll never come out. I'll never catch up. This is very important. The good thing is, the awesome out-of-context panels. Yeah, those are pretty good. I do enjoy those. course, I don't think there's any context that could have explained away the ones that you showed yesterday. Those were just truly insane. Unhinged content. What should my title be for my July 25th VOD? I have no clue. I'll just do I don't even remember what I did in this one. And that should be that. I could be writing out description. I could put my social medias in the description, but I don't. I'm like not even... Am I doing anything right? Am I not for growth? Certainly, that I am aware of. Yeah, Twitch says I'm offline again, but I don't believe it. Something tells me if I click into OBS. Yep, still live. For like 16 minutes. I have more, but I'll save them for the end. Alright, weren't you going to school today? Or did I remember that wrong? I put webcomic in the title of my July 18th VOD, and I got 21 views. I got like 20 of those in the first hour, which was nuts. Monday, okay. Alright, the new thumbnail is live, everybody. Everyone clap for me. This is a celebratory song. This pairs with my mood perfectly right now. Since you do the same thing most of the time, you know you can reuse your past descriptions. I usually just use the auto one from exporting through Twitch. Which is just, hey, I broadcast, check it out, and then it links to my channel automatically. So that's neat. That's like the only thing I really need. But yeah, I could add my other links and such in there, just to do anything. To put even the modicum, just a little modicum of effort into it. End quest music. I don't know why my thumbnails are so blurry, though. I'll have to look into that. I know it's something to do with the color choice that you have. That's another thing. Like, some colors just don't minimize well. I think the dark blue pervading this half of the thumbnail is probably not helping. But I'm not sure. Because this is 300 resolution, I think. Anyway, now we can go to the comic. I did my daily maintenance of my YouTube channel. And I'm still behind a couple days in uploads, but that's not important. Yeah, you did it. Now repeat it 12 more times for that funny armor set. Get those shoes made out of lizards. Slip them on. Now we can just fix this hand, because I didn't do it off stream, and I've decided that I want to, because it looks a little redonkulous. Get out of here. Like, what emotion is this conveying? Hey, how's it going? And like, no, it's not. That's not what he's supposed to be doing. Get out of here, dumb hand. I should really just lasso tool it. Be efficient with our time, considering I wasted like 20 minutes already. Why did I do it this way? Ah! His hand. It's gone. He deserves it. Make this shoulder pad a little bigger. It looks a little small to me. That looks a little better. Here, now all that's left to do is to do the hand, and then we can finally start doing the base colors, and then maybe the flats. I would hope the flats for this page. I don't know what I'm going to do for backgrounds for this page in particular. I got an idea for like this panel, but not much else really. Alright, let's sketch out a more dynamic hand. There's like a few shapes that they tell you can do. Kind of like this pose here. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to convey, but I don't know, I don't mind it. It's definitely more dynamic than the other one. Maybe if we sort of lessen that one a bit. Bend the fingers, maybe? It's actually I get like increasingly more upset every time I look over and it says I'm offline. Like, I don't get it. What am I doing? It just makes no sense to me. Also, it's hot in this room. Maybe that's my anger boiling up inside? Could be. Now, these fingers are okay, but what if they were, like, over here, at this kind of angle here? And this thumb was shorter. Like a thumb B? So I don't know what you guys did with your entire morning, but me, I watched this video on this YouTube channel called Hive Mind, and they're like a music type review channel, or just like kind of a music variety channel. They kind of just do it. They do a lot of interesting stuff over there. They're funny lads as well on the Hive Mind YouTube channel. I don't really watch a lot of their content, but every time I do, like something pops up in my recommended from them, it's generally a good time. And the video that I watched this morning, for most of the morning, was this 2-hour, maybe like 2-hour and 15-minute video where they took YouTube comment suggestions from their own chat and some people on Patreon and what have you for the worst songs of all time, and they were doing a tournament style bracket reviewing each one of those songs, and there were quite a few. It's like 30 or so songs, maybe 50. It was a long video, and they gave in-depth reviews for each little clip of the songs. They listened to all of them in full, but obviously for copyright they play like a clip of it in the video. And I will spoil the end of that video, because I think it's a funny result. So if you're interested based on the description I gave, maybe tune out for like a second. That's why they sounded familiar. Why is that? But yeah, the ending of that video, of that bracket, my best friend watches them. They're a good channel. I like them. The worst song of the second bracket, not the first one, the second one that they uploaded, was a Falling in Reverse song, which makes just a lot of sense. And I think it was Game Over. And if you listen to that song, it is so apparent that it deserves it. It's such an atrocious song. Not to mention, just like, this isn't even talking about everything about the band members themselves, which is a whole other can of worms. The song itself is just bad. It's like, imagine being a bad person. And then your art also sucks. That's ridiculous. Usually it's one or the other. But then you're just that guy. You're gonna do crimes and then also not even be worth it? To like have any of your stuff listened to? Like what are you doing? Don't even want to pirate his stuff. Ridiculous. Not even worth pirating. You know, it was like the perfect temperature in this room before, but now it is sweltering. This happens all the time. I have a ceiling fan too. I should just leave it on at all times. Climate change is already happening, so you know, one ceiling fan is not going to make the difference. It's the ceiling fan industry that's the problem. Those hive mind guys, I will say though, they got like razor sharp wit on them. Like I wouldn't throw that around, that term, very lightly. But it's like they just make mental connections instantaneously that you just think like, how did you even, why? Why did you think that? But also it was hilarious, so I get it. But also, why did you think that? And they're like that for like the whole video. Like, fully, perfect kind of sense of humor that I would just love to be able to do at some point. But I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. That requires some kind of bioengineering. It also helps the format, I would think. You know, if you got a co-host to bounce off of, it'll probably be a little bit, at least a little easier to have that kind of thing pop up in your brain. You got something to bounce off. I'm just talking to myself here. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not making a YouTube video. For entertainment value. I'm obviously not, and I'm definitely not making scripted content. What do I look like? A video essayist? No. I don't have the VHS filter preloaded onto my PC to review a haunted N64 game. I don't do that kind of thing. I would. That would probably be pretty cool. Wouldn't be the worst thing I'd ever done. If someone hired you for voiceover work, I would think reading a script about a creepypasta video game for a weird video essay would be pretty. It would be pretty good. I would watch that. I would. I would also do that. But not if I was doing it. I don't know if I want to. If I made scripted content, that would be the kind I would make. But I can't do scripted content. That's way too much work. I'm already writing a script. It's for this thing that you're looking at right now. And that's taken like eons to make. I could never write more than one script at a time. Oh, hello. The animal of the house. Well, one of them. I said looking into a mirror and not at my dog. There, this is a better hand than the other one. The other one just looked weird. Now we gotta do a little bit of line work. Actually, yeah, no, we don't. I think yeah. I've decided we're good. Alright, open the other page. What are you doing over there? Where is this other page? There he is. Now we gotta hide all the shadows and such. Let's see. Well, we should probably get the background flats in as well. There's really just like one color I use for that for this scene anyway. We'll take this one, put it over here. I have so many sketch layers on this page. Because I basically did the line art, or the sketches for it twice, and then the line art is broken up into a million pieces. Actually, the background for this would likely be the night sky, but I'll figure that out later. How many layers is this line art broken into? 1, 2... And then this is just an empty layer. Got it. Good to see that I still have those lying around. Just purposeless, untitled layers with nothing in them. I gotta make her pupils smaller in this panel, I think. Let's do that. There's supposed to be fear in these eyes and such. Not just mild perturbance, that's not a word also. It could be, but I don't think it is. Now we gotta adjust one at a time. That looks, well, not quite what I wanted it to look. Words are just made up anyway. True, and I probably am. I'm responsible for most of them, I think. Based on this stream. There is no word, just make it up. That's what I do. On accident, but I do that. Brain type better. See, you made up a word right there. What is the there? I like it. It's bold, it's new, challenging to both read and conceptualize. Her eye has always looked a little strange in this panel, and I don't know why that is. We gotta adjust this. I may have had to have gone to school today. How would you have forgotten that? Because that's what I remembered you saying from the end of last VOD. Or stream, rather. I don't know. Day 1, truancy. That's how you know you're doing it right. Well, it's not too late. It might be. I don't... You did get out of school at a ridiculously early time compared to when I used to. It's like introductions. Oh, I see. I still have nightmares about being late to school. I've been out of school since 2011. I still have nightmares about, like, failing classes. Just, like, an entire class. And you get the vibe from the dream that it's like, oh, no. I'm gonna fail this exam. Oh, man. It's like, I didn't even fail exams in real life, so I don't know where that nightmare came from. I was late to school a couple times, so if I had those nightmares, it would make sense. But I ain't even fail stuff. For the first years, I say... Yeah, first Yeats is pretty good as well. Sup? I'm part of the first Yeats. I think the first Yeats is what happens when you graduate. That's when they throw you into the workforce. So those are the first Yeats. What is this layer? Nothing. Okay, well, it's the background layer now. And this one, another pointless layer. Perfect. Now it is the background layer. Well. Is that a well of resignation? Well. I should have gone to school today. Doesn't really affect my grades, so yeah, there you go. This will be going on your permanent record, young man. You'll never go to college in this town. At a reputable establishment or institution. It's a meme, by the way. Everybody knows the permanent record is BS. It is not real. Even if it is real, do you think any college is going to care that your middle school pulls up the permanent record on you? For that time that you accidentally went to the bathroom without collecting the hall pass on your way out? Like, who? Like, shut up, dude. Can I go to the bathroom? It's may you go to the bathroom. Well, shut. If you say that to me again, I'm going on the floor in the classroom. It's your prerogative. I'm saying can because that's grammatically and colloquially understood to be acceptable. I had a nightmare the other day where I was going for a third degree the other day. No, I got it. I've also done that. I've typed things in that way. I don't know why I'm being so careful right here. I'm just going to color in over this guy with the lady's base color anyway. So just freaking color that in there. I won't even want to go for a second one. One of my things, though, is at some point, if I ever become a kid billionaire, which is I'm a little past the prime age for that. I don't know what the third degree was, but I don't need any more debt, man. Yeah, that's like in this economy, that's bold. Going for a that's the true nightmare aspect of it. It's not even like, oh god, I'm going for a third degree and what will happen? Will I get it? Will I not? It's like, no, the real nightmare is the fact that you even applied to more classes to get a third degree in this freaking economics day. The stressors are not school-based anymore. Wait, did I? Hold on, I gotta check some real quick. No, it's good. Okay. I'm making mashed beans to eat with some quesadillas. I do like myself a quesadilla. We don't have any quesadillas in the house, though. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We have them in here more often than not, though, because I eat them. Almost as much as I eat peanut butter, I will be honest with you. I haven't eaten anything yet. Mask, get yourself some sustenance. Eat the nutrients, why don't you? It is like, well, where I am, it's like 2 p.m., which means it can't be that much different for you. Go on and metabolize some other molecules into energy, why don't you? It's 11? Yeah, that's not even that... You still should have eaten earlier, in my opinion. I can't be... I used to not eat breakfast. I do now, but it's definitely... It's a small breakfast. It's like toast or like oatmeal. But I have stopped eating breakfast at one point because eating a bowl of cereal, as it would turn out, as I would learn later in life, is not the healthiest thing to do in the morning. It's like eating a bowl of candy. And so, come to find out, I stopped eating cereal, and I stopped feeling like absolute trash in the morning. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I stopped eating garbage food in the morning, and I feel so much better on like any given day. It was a miracle. Who would have thought? And that's terrifying to think about, because that is like one of the most marketed towards kids industries out of all of them, is the cereal industry, and it's just like, it's so unhealthy. Do not eat cereal. At the very least, do not eat it every day. Especially if you're a child. I know that's one of the few times in your life you could probably handle that much sugar intake without exploding, but like, my god. Cereal, it'll kill you. I believe that. I bet I shaved off at least a couple months over my, the total lifespan that I'm gonna carry out just by eating cereal for as many years as I did. It's not great. I have yogurt for breakfast. I buy it at school and eat it before classes start. That's better than a bowl of cereal, I'll say that. Got probiotics in there. It's culturing healthy gut biome. Cultivating one, rather. Eat cereal, the only thing you're gonna get out of your day is early onset diabetes. And I don't know if diabetes can be early onset. I guess they can be. I guess anything can be early onset if you get it early enough. Just like beyond the expected age range. You could have an early onset flu if you had it like as soon as you were born. Like if you were just like 2 months old and you got a cold, people would be like, you don't normally get colds at like 2 months old, but like if you got it, it'd be an early onset rhinovirus, I think. Childhood diabetes, yeah, that's probably more accurate than early onset. Or however it's spelled, that's close enough. I get the message. I could have used the fill bucket tool again, and I'm just remembering that right now. I should have been using that. I'm so ingrained in my old school workflow that I just keep doing it. We have technology. Some of it's bad, but some of it's good. You know what would really speed up this comic? Maybe I'll just generate every image through AI and then jump off, well, maybe like a small hill. I'm afraid of heights, man. I'm not gonna, like, go up to a build. That's, like, too far. Maybe even, like, a tree is even still a little too tall for me. I'll jump off of a small hill. I got some 5 for 10 tacos. 5 tacos for 10 pesos. What the heck? Sounds like a steal. You have to tell me where this is, so even though I probably can't go there. One, because I'm thinking it's a school. I'd unfollow you if I did that. What, jumped off a small hill? Oh, AI generated. I see. Yeah. I was gonna say, that seems a little extreme. What's wrong with jumping off a small hill? I do it all the time. I don't, but I could. Yeah, I would unfollow myself if I did that. I mean, I'm not follow botting. Cut the mic. I gotta get out of here. This project is cancelled. The only AI content that I've ever enjoyed is artists on YouTube being like, alright, you want to mess around with AI? Let's mess around with AI. And then what they do is they take images that other people have generated using AI. And they're like, you see this? You see, like, you got to admit, even though it's stolen, it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do in this video is steal the techniques that the AI is using and use it to better our own art. And then they explain, most likely, what filters you should apply to your own art to make it look more like the fancy AI-generated ones. And it's pretty fun content. It's like, it's painted with this whole narrative of taking back, or stealing back from the AI, which is fun. I do enjoy that idea. But really, the content of the videos is just like explaining to you how to use Gaussian blur. And how to use a glow layer, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty simple. But just applying those is pretty much what those AI-generated images do. Because that's what most professional artists do, that those models are trained off of. And I say trained very loosely. I should have used the fill bucket tool again. Ah, I'm doing it next panel for sure, dude, for sure. I have seen a couple, web comics, and I shudder to even call them that. You can tell they're definitely made by very, very young people, maybe like 12 or something like that. Where it's just like every panel is an AI-generated image and like nothing's consistent because they clearly don't care enough to do any of that. It's definitely somebody just messing around with AI, but it's like, that's what I envision when I hear an AI-generated comic. It's just no continuity. Every image is just not even remotely similar to the last. It's all abysmal to look at. It's like, is this the same character talking, or is this a new one? It's neither. It's an AI abomination, masquerading as a comic character. It has no soul, no spirit. Alright, then we select the outside of this layer, and then we color that in. And wasn't that so much faster? I would say that was pretty quick compared to how I was doing it moments ago. Now we need, who's... I guess we'll do Dahlia next. Yeah, we'll do her base layer next. Where's your color? Where is you? That's yours. I don't need you, not yet. There you are. She has this as her base color usually. One thing I get is people getting accused about their art being AI when they did it manually. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't really have a style that resembles the the professional artists of the day, of today, this modern era. Because being accused of using AI when you've actually just done it yourself, I can only imagine how old that gets after even just like the second time that you've heard it. That's gotta be infuriating. It's like, no, I made this. I'm sorry that I'm good enough to be misconstrued as a robot, but that's fine. This is like when there's a minor version of this controversy. In a way. Where those people who did realism, or they were doing like those they weren't pretending, but they were drawing like they were printers, and they would draw photorealistic portraits and stuff like that. And they would, you know, they would just basically like, they would go one line at a time, and then they would go, and then eventually like what you would be left with is like a human face, just drawn like one line at a time. And it looked like that. And that was like, before AI really took off, that was like the only thing that I could think of that people were accused of faking when they did stuff manually in the art community. I wish we could go back to those days. That was like the most non-issue, because people were usually just doing it manually. It just looked strange sometimes because of the methodology behind it. Some people were accused of putting like an underdraw, like a little sketch layer underneath it. But that's not even like cheating, really. That's just having a base layer to go over. But now we got all this AI garbage, and it's like, that's so much worse as an issue to have to think about. Take me back to when people were doing photorealistic printer portrait style videos. And that was the worst thing that people got mad about. It's only gotten so much worse. But my art style ain't nobody accusing me, and for that I am grateful. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I did think this would happen, so maybe I should have been careful in the past. 10 minutes or so. Ah! Yeah, there's still some things I gotta work out. I gotta hop away. I'll leave you up with the PC. Thank you for stopping by, Garo. Have a good one. Have a good one yourself. You first, as it were. Hope that third degree works out for you. Whatever it was in. I'm gonna guess accounting. And now I'm wondering, like, if I just did this with the fill bucket tool before, then I wouldn't be running into this. So the fill bucket tool is just the better way to do it, it would seem. I'm getting Twitter notifications again. I wonder what they'll be this time. Oh, that's new. Usually I get those strip game posts for Genshin Impact characters, and I don't know why I keep getting it. Like I said, nobody can slander me. I don't click on these, I just see them in my notification header. I don't interact with them at all. And I don't know how to stop them from recommending these things to me, because I don't interact with them. Do I have to interact with other things? Is that the problem? Do I have to provide the algorithm any other semblance of a data point? That might be the secret. But no, this time it's just fan art of the FNAF. I almost said the Fanites at Freddy's. That's not anything. Oh no, that's gonna be on this layer. I gotta do that on the line art layer. It's fan art of the new Five Nights at Freddy's DLC or whatever that I have not been following or keeping up with because I haven't tuned into that fandom since, I don't know, like Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which probably came out like a million years ago by now. Oh, are we out of music? It's not a very long video. Yes, we are. We are out of it. Could do Ori again. That was a good one. Oh yeah, after realizing I am a furry, I also realized that other thing. Well, guess good. It's a good revelation for you to have. More power to you. Yeah. Hi y'all. You were absolutely correct. The new animatronics are furry bait. I mean, yeah. This is 100% what that is. Like 1,000,000,000%. There's no doubt in my mind. Scott Cawthon, for all of his flaws and whatnot, he knows his audience by this point. He knew it since day one, he knew it. Excuse me, Ori, calm down with your volume. I'm definitely not a full-on furry. Like, I don't prefer anthro in a general sense to human characters, but I'm one of those guys that has those moments, for sure, where it's like, I'm not a furry, but... However... Asterisk. I have those moments. I think everyone does. I think it's only normal to expect that to happen, because sometimes it really is just as simple as, like, here's a human character, and bam, they have cat ears now. But the rest of them looks completely human. And it's a lady, and she's got big old kissable lips, and that's the... this is what you get. And it's like, at that point, what are we even doing? Is that really a furry character? I don't know. The line gets blurred. There's a whole spectrum. It gets confusing. Does that count as one second. Anthropomorphization. There. Yeah, like the kids that play the first ones are like 16 to 23. I'm 23. So you're absolutely correct, is what I'm saying. I didn't play the first one, but I did watch it on YouTube back in the day. Good old Mark Iplier. My favorite French YouTuber. That's a meme, by the way. Oh, his hand wasn't even colored in. Why did I forget his hand? I do get a little bit worried about how sparse my backgrounds appear in this opening sequence. But there's really not much to the room that they're in. I feel like I've really established it as much as I can in the wider shots of these first, like, 10 or so pages. This video seems louder than they usually are. I like a bit of everything, and I found some pretty nice stuff. Nice. Nice. I don't know if I like a bit of everything. And I doubt you do as well, to the truest extent of the word, or the phrase. But I get what you mean. I forgot to color in his dang old arm. Give me this. Well, actually, I have to, I gotta color in the line art here. Both SFW and NSFW, well, yeah. I can't bring any of that on stream, so I won't ask you for examples. Also, I don't really source that stuff from other people. If I find it, I find it. The SFW stuff, that's fine, though. If you've got, like, a particularly exemplary SFW artist, that would be fine with me. I'm all for inspiration. Is this the Roiler? That is the Roiler. Completely understand. That looks... Oh, no, I still... Wait, what? What is going on with this zone here? What did I do? Did I mean for this to be happy like that? Is that what I thought I was gonna do? No, surely not. I must have forgot to erase something here. Yeah, that looks more like what I was supposed to be doing here. I gotta turn on this freaking ceiling fan, dude. I am dying. A slow, painful death. Whoa! That's what I didn't want to do. Wait a minute, something... There's a piece connecting in my brain. Am I... Did something happen? I have to look this up. Okay, no, it didn't happen. I had a dream, apparently. I thought it was real, but I just thought... I thought about it now and I look back at the channel. I thought Worthy Kids uploaded a new Big Top Burger episode. But he has not. I incepted that into my mind. I thought it was real. Now I'm sad. Now I'm disappointed. What brain? You know what? That's worse than any nightmare. Is my brain making me think that all Worthy Kids upload happened. That's terrible. I'm angry now. That really got me. Made my own self upset. No new worthy kids upload. As it would turn out, false alarm, me. Alright, now we color in these guys. Now this one I might have to do... No, we could do the fill bucket tool. I can't find any SFW. You know what? I would make fun of you for that, but I've seen firsthand how these algorithms work, so I actually... I will only feel sympathy, because I know the feeling all too well. Sometimes they do just be that way. And it's impossible to move anywhere be it without it. It's like there's just more. I am ashamed. I mean, you hear me complaining about the Twitter algorithm every stream. I don't ask for what they send me. I don't even interact with it 99% of the time. But that 1% of the time that I did, out of curiosity once, they're like, oh, I see. Is this everything that you want to see forever? Until the end of time? It's like, no. And they're like, too bad. That's what I get. I'm stuck with it now. Maybe I will sign up for Inkblot. I don't even know what it is in its entirety, but I've been growing more and more curious. More curio, I would say. Or is it Mercurio? What is that fool's name? Mercurio. Well, it's a... Who is this? Is this an Italian-American mobster? A Texas politician? No, isn't there like a Shakespeare character? Mercutio, that's the one. It's a name that sounds ever so close to a real name, but isn't. That's like how William Shakespeare wrote every name in his books. Or his plays, sorry. That's real, by the way. He didn't, he just made up names that sounded vaguely Italian. And he's like, good enough. Like Benvolio. It's another one. This is music for a platforming game, by the way. Where you are a little furry lemur type thing. Does this look right? Let me see. I have another page where I do this kind of effect, but I don't know if it works in the way that I want. We'll see. It doesn't need to work perfectly. Nothing in this comic does until I get to the writing. Then it does. The writing is the one thing I'll be a stickler on. Because I have been very... I guess I'm just like, you know, I'm taking it seriously because I've never done it before. So I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Art I've done before. For a long time. So I'm okay with fudging it mentally. I could just be like, that's good enough. That's fine. But I got something to prove to myself in regards to writing, I think. Subconsciously. Found an SFW one? Alright, I'll look at it. With baited eyes and respectful glances. Maybe I'm going too hog wild on the line art for this part. Alright, let's take a look at this. Is that the one that I got? I also got a Roxy notification. Why is she just popping up everywhere? This person is 19? Christ. Furries are too good at what they do, man. I don't know how they do it. Now I'm just looking at their account being like, they're freaking 19? I hate everything, dude. Get away from me. And then they got this reposting some old Millie artwork. Like, how do you even have old art at 19? What are you talking about, dude? FNAF DLC, I know that it happened, but like, my god. The popularity explosion, like we already saw these characters. Like, look at this. This is alleged old art from a 19-year-old. Like, what do you mean old? Like 6 months ago? Like, shut up. This stuff's crazy. Look at the lighting. The color temperature, the color harmony, it's all flawlessly done. Yeah, this person's nuts. Definitely feels like some prodigy stuff here. They are only going to get better, and I am only going to stay the same. That's where they and I differ. I will shamble along in my mediocrity, while people like that exist in the world. I'm gonna be looking like, what's that zombie? Tarface? Tarface zombie? Tarman, that's his name. Safe search blurring is on. I mean, I guess he is pretty graphic. I thought I turned this off. I'm a grown man. Let me search for the GIFs. Give me GIFs of Tarman. I want to see him shamble. Show me the shamble man. God, he does look nightmarish, though. Really great practical effects here. Nobody's got a GIF of Tarman shambling around? Let me see it. Nobody's gonna know what I'm saying unless I find this and show them. No, there's a GIF of him walking towards the camera, but it's not good enough, man. Oh, is this one? This is the closest I could find. I'll be shambling around. Be looking just like this. Also, this movie, it's ridiculous, but the practical effects for this zombie guy here, Tarman, and the body acting from the person in the suit is crazy. You actually feel like his limbs are all barely connected by tendons falling apart. Tarman is so cool. He's like one of the best practical effects things I've ever seen. I would honestly just look up clips of Tarman if I were you, if you want to see some dope practical stuff. From, Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead? Is that what it is? Is that the movie? Anyway, back to what I was doing. Back to the freaking... Regrettably back to the comic, unfortunately. I would say. I have far more important things to be doing right now, like looking up Tarman. Trying to find a gif where he shambles. This was probably the easiest panel yet, thank God. Well, the base layer is definitely going to get done this stream. The flats, I hope so. Wait, this is the wrong one. This video still sounds loud. Like, what's going on here? There, the base layer is complete, which is very nice. And now we can do the flat collage. I guess we'll do Dolly again while her flats are here on this page. We can just do that. Works for me. Layer settings, wait, no, I don't do this. I do this, and this is what I do, okay. Lock that transparency. Hey, what is this? What is this down here? There's gotta be, like I said, I brought this up before, but there's gotta be a way to multi-use the fill bucket tool. I guess what people do, I think what the, one of the artists I watched does, is they use the fill bucket tool as the flats layer, as in, instead of doing a base layer thing like what I do. So they kind of combine the steps into one. So maybe that's what I need to start doing. I need to just start doing the flats outright without the base layer here. I'll think about that in more detail. Because I'm functionally just doing what I would have done before. Just cutting out like a little bit of the work, but I could negate this entire step, the base layer step. If I were to just, you know, do the flats while I was doing the fill bucket tool. and it would make sense. But then I can't, like, I would have to, you know what the difference is? I would have to figure out what that tool is that they use where they fill out the little gaps in between the line art and such all at once, with one swipe. And I don't know what tool they use to do that, because I just fill it in with one color. Because the base layer lets me do that, but there's another way to do it, which would fill it in regardless of what color I was using, which I think I need to look at, or look into. I'm definitely not doing that. Maybe for the last 15 or so minutes of stream, I think what I want to do is start sketching my D&D character portrait. Because I do want to get that done for my the campaign that's coming. Even if if that campaign goes nowhere, at least I'll have this character for somebody else's campaign. That'd be nice. That's the beauty of a D&D character. Even if it doesn't go well in one campaign, you can just reuse it somewhere else. It's like storytelling ideas or plot beats that you want to use at some point. I'm hiding your eyes for a second, by the way. Hiya! Because I need to steal a color of her sandals, and I don't think I have a page with her sandals that don't got words on it. Alright, I got her sandals. I stole them. But yeah, so you could just reuse stuff at a later point, or in a different story or setting or what have you. It's the beauty of it. I don't know why I decided to make her a redhead, but I am glad I did. I think it suits her character design. As simple as it is. I just like it. I just think it looks neat. So sue me. I dare you. You're not gonna get a lot out of me. I just got a job recently. I really should start applying to graphic design positions again, even though I'll probably never get one at this point. I've been out of college too long. So it's like I'm probably in that undesirable range where I have both no experience and I'm too far out of the educational bracket for an employer to be like, well, he's just new. We can get him, and then we can... Like, I can't even appeal to the CEOs that want to underpay people fresh out of college anymore. That's the worst part. At least if you're fresh out of college, they could be like, you'd get a job, even if they are gonna pay you like a 20K a year salary. Just because they feel like it. But at least you'll get that experience for something. Now that I'm like in terms of like a college grad, I'm a wizened old man in their eyes. They're gonna think I won't just take nothing. But I would take nothing. They don't understand that about me, because I have no principles. I would get underpaid. For work experience. Just nobody wants to work anymore, I'll do it. Freaking let me in. Bro, you won't hire me is the problem. You don't think I'll work? For like 12 an hour? I'll freaking do it, man. With no shame. Blood, sweat, and tears. All for 12 an hour. Does that not sound appealing to you? I will push other people out of the job. And I get mad at people when they do this in like commission subreddits. They're like providing high quality multi-character artwork fully rendered for like $35 and I'm like, I hate you so much. But I would do the exact same thing in a graphic design setting, so maybe this is just human nature at its finest and there's nothing we can do. We're just all meant to be this way. Just undercutting each other until we all have nothing. And it's really, we shouldn't be fighting who's next to us. We should be fighting those up top who let this happen. Anyway, this is my rallying cry. This is my dog whistle for America. We're gonna show them. I gotta delete this too. There's a lot of little in-between areas. Which is another thing the proper use of the fill bucket tool would prevent from happening. That should be good. Oh, I'm gonna need her, her little sash color as well. Look at this dude, he's freaking pale as a ghost. Looks like me. When I'm not green. I'm starting to think about line art more for these comic pages, and I'm thinking about it. I think the reason it takes almost universally the longest amount of time for artists... Sorry? For artists while they're working on comic pages is because there's no shortcut for it. Like with coloring, it's all about just finding the most efficient way to do it, but with line art, it's not really about finding an efficient way to do it. It's about finding a way to do it that looks good, and unfortunately... that just takes time. Like, the most you're gonna do is find a brush that is conducive to your art style, to mimicking what you can do traditionally, usually. And then translating that into an appealing digital result, or just doing something uniquely digital from the get-go. It's hard. It's hard to make line art good, and also do it fast. I would say dang near impossible. Because line art, all it does is it epitomizes, or really coalesces, crystallizes, maybe that's the word, you know, all of your habits into, and all of your knowledge into one step. Everything that you do that's wrong with perspective or anatomy and what have you, it's all going to be exemplified even further by your line art, because it's all like, it's all solidified. You took care and effort into outlining, essentially, every step of your process in this one. And that's just how it is. Read the comments. But it's TikTok. But I will. To all my wizardry MFs, how many gems this worth? It's a flaming glass ball with a clover emblem inside of it. Not the dog, but you know. Luck orb cost at least 10 gold pieces. Watch an apprentice cast minor illusion on a dollar store orb and proclaim he hath created a gem of luck. This guy thinks minor illusion is the thing that you didn't know. You do, what is the other? Perceive value? DND. That's the real distort value. That's the one. You gotta use distort value. Minor illusion ain't nothing. Dwarves be like 2 copper pieces for that little glass doodad, and they're right. 20 mystic shillings and a goat. An apprentice shall cast a minor illusion spell and say you have a relic of unknown value. Why are these guys all saying the same thing about an apprentice casting something? 7. Maybe 7.2. That's a good one. Bro casts 1 minor illusion and suddenly he's Elonius Musk. God, dude, I am getting old, aren't I? I can tell all these people are like 14. Alright, I'm in the 0 likes part of TikTok. That's how you know the comments are just not gonna be good anymore. I scrolled down too far. Is this Zelinki art? No, it just looks like it. I got stuff in the recommended over there. Now you've discorded me. If there's stuff coming from all sides, Mask, you must understand. Oh, this is these are the pages. All right, yeah, all right, yeah. Continue. Later, if I see it, you can't just do that and expect me to not look at it for like a second. But now I know what it is. I'll wait. Uploading them now for later. Yeah, I got it. The song kind of goes heavy. The song's kind of going in right now. Again, soundtrack for a funny little platformer, by the way. Where you're a little lemur with a magic orb. Goes pew pew. Alright, we've done Dahlia's colors. We can do good old Dr. Morris here. That's his name, in case anyone's wondering. Were you wondering? You are now. Or you were. Until I said it. He only vaguely resembles Maximilian Dude, and that's not my fault. I didn't think about that when I was making it. But now that somebody's pointed out to me, that's all I can think about. Now let's steal his skin. Gonna have to change that teeth color as well. It's not very appealing to have blonde teeth, I don't think. That usually indicates something wrong. Another TikTok. You must. I mean, I am gonna click on every single one. But that's really the problem, is me. Alright, here I go. I'm clicking on it now. Try not to send my online friends every video I see because they have lives and are just silly little people on my phone. Very good. I should have clicked on that sooner. But the fact that I waited so long, I think, actually made it funnier. Excellent, excellent video. Excellent choice for that particular time. Of uploading things to the chat. Yeah, we'll just color in the... maybe I shouldn't color in the eye there, because maybe I'll forget, and then the white is at least better than a skin-toned eye. If your eye is the same color as your skin, something again has gone horribly wrong. I was almost there yesterday. I got something in my eye. Whenever this happens to me, I try to get it out for like 5 minutes. And it just becomes the most bloodshot experience. It becomes like my little goblin avatar's bloodshot eyes, except like 17 times worse. It looks like a nightmare. Like, if anyone was squeamish and looked at my eyes whenever I get something stuck in them and try to get it out, you would probably faint just at the sight of them. They get rough. And I do everything I'm supposed to. I've tried to flush it out. I don't really have like a saline solution though, so it is usually tap water, which is usually probably the issue. You're probably not supposed to put tap water directly into your eyes, but it's all I got, man. When stuff gets stuck in your eye, you'll do anything to get it out of there. Sometimes to your own detriment. I think the fact that the human body lets that happen to itself is one of God's cruelest tricks that he played on mankind. Letting stuff get stuck in the eye? Like, what are you talking about? Why is that allowed? In my ocular spheres? No. How dare you? God, how dare you? That's like a Lucifer type bit that he would do. That's one of his classic goofs that he would do, is make it so that we get stuff stuck in our eyeballs. But no. This was God's intended design for people. It was part of God's plan for us to get stuff stuck in our eyeballs. And I don't know how to feel about that. I know how to feel when something gets stuck in my eye. I feel very irritated all the time for like at least the next 8 hours. You would think I would be able to get stuff out of them. I'm always unsuccessful, so I should really stop trying. Whenever something gets stuck in my eye, I am just... I'm at a loss for what to do with myself. Because I'm always bad at it. It's always going to be stuck. I'm always going to make it worse. And then it just stays that way for a long time. Oh yeah, I have to draw his glasses falling off his face. I forgot I gotta do that. Alright, well, let's just outline that right here. Actually, I think they just rest on his nose. Because that's how I did it. I can actually check right now. Yeah, they're just little nose spectacles. That's how they do it in anime. Because it's easier to draw like that. You don't gotta worry about the ears and what connects to that and what have you, no. Make that stand out, actually, so I can see it for later. This really is the manual labor of the art world, is coloring stuff in. I was just thinking about it. I got the exact same mental numbness that just washed over me as I do when I'm stocking shelves. It's like the same thing. All that's missing is a D&D podcast in the background, but I don't think I could play those on a Twitch stream legally. Pretty sure that counts as like the same realm as just playing an audiobook in the background of your stream. Like, you can't do... Somebody licenses that out. It'd be like a whole thing. It's like copyrighted material, technically, on multiple fronts. Probably shouldn't just do that. And part of the way I negate that feeling is by talking. Obviously, that just helps stave off the mental numbness. But when I'm just not talking, that's when it sets in. And I can't talk to myself while I'm stocking shelves at a grocery store, because even though there's only, like, other employees there for most of my shift, because it's a night shift, it would still be weird, I think, for my coworkers, because there's, like, a couple of them, to just hear me talking to myself. That said, I said that, but now that I'm thinking about it, we do have a cleaner guy who walks around speaking to somebody, I assume. I don't think he's just talking to himself, but he's speaking to someone on what I assume is like some kind of Bluetooth earpiece or whatever. And he just speaks in Spanish to what looks like himself for most of the night. And I just wonder who he's talking to. I just wonder what could he possibly... Because they talk for, like, the whole shift for, like, hours. And I'm like, who talks to a dude on his shift at a night job for that long? And what are they talking about? Obviously, it's in Spanish, so I don't know what they're saying. But it's just like, I can't even comprehend who he would be talking to for that long at that particular hour. But he does it consistently. This is like a thing that these people, this guy and whoever he's talking to, do. So maybe I could be talking to myself during my shift. I could just pretend that I'm talking to somebody on an earpiece. The cleaner guy does it. I could tell he's just doing what he's doing. It's completely normal. Well, I say it's no, it's not normal. This is the first time I've ever encountered somebody who does this. And also, I've never really looked to see if he's wearing an earpiece. He might just be insane. So... and actually talking to himself, but I don't know. I just gave him the benefit of the doubt that he was talking to someone else. Okay, now we can do this panel. Yeah, I say we will get the flats done in time, looking at the routine, the schedule that I'm on, the rate, the pace. I think we're making good time here. Definitely better than the line art went for this page, which took a little bit longer than I anticipated. Which means, as we approach some of the finalization phases of this page, such as rendering and backgrounds, or I guess I shouldn't even call it rendering, I should just call it shading and backgrounds, because I don't really render anything. I do add shadows and occasional highlights, but that's about it. So as we approach those phases of the page making process, I should really check on my scripts. I do just want to sit down at some point, maybe on Saturday, and just fully script out the prologue so I know what I'm gonna do, how many pages I need to do it. But every time I go to script out this G-dang comic, it takes so much out of me because I'm so inexperienced at writing anything. Really kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, just hoping things turn out okay. But when I do get a page outline done, I really do feel like my perfectionism has set in. Because despite the countless revisions and all the tearing out of my own hair, which I do a lot, figuratively, I do feel like I'm left with something that is pretty decent. Which is a weird way to phrase your perfectionism. It's like I work so hard to get something passable in my mind. But I think perfectionism is never really about the end result, it's about how you feel about the end result. So I think perfectionism needs a bit of a rebranding. Because we can't be perfect. Nor do we really strive for perfection, we strive for satisfaction. So satisfactionism, maybe, is the word that we should rebrand it to. If we strove, I don't know, if we striven for perfection, then we would all just be generating AI art, because apparently that's just objectively perfect. The computer made it, didn't it? It learned based off of people. That's what they want you to think. It's stealing and just vomiting up a lackluster result. We all see it. We all see it. Ew, that's skin-colored hair. That's not what he has. Now, why does this look like this? Sometimes I just wonder what I did, or what I was thinking or not thinking when I just see these little gaps. I really gotta play this game. I've liked every song that's come on so far. This is Ori and the Will o' the Wisps OST. Ooh, I should play the Wild Frost OST again. I should play Wild Frost in general. I could play it on stream too. Because it's a roguelite, so it's not like there's any intense, overarching narrative that people would have to follow. Oh my god. Jump scare music. Just hit every key on that piano at the same time. Oh, my Twitch chat on mobile is doing the thing again. Says I'm offline, but I know I'm not. Whoops, gotta fix that. Yeah, and then we gotta do the blue ascot here. I truly wonder how this VOD will turn out when I press the end stream button. Will it go normally and be just one video file, or will it do the thing like when I go offline as a result of some like just lapse in internet, just a very minor half a second long outage, and break it up into like 14 pieces? The most I've ever had it broken up into was 3 pieces, but even then that was still annoying. I had to edit them together in DaVinci Resolve, which I have never used because I do not edit my content. Because who has the time for that? What am I making, YouTube shorts over here? No. Also, sorry in the future for if Steak ever stops by and sees that. I do apologize for saying YouTube in the way that I do. I know he hates it, but also loves it. It's confusing. It's like an abusive relationship. You don't really know if they hate you or love you. You just kind of stick it out to the end. Because they're all you know. Why does this sound like the intro song to one of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies? Is that just me? No, that sounds exactly like it. The little melody in the background there. I hear it, and I'm not crazy. Hey, that I can't look for slideshows on TikTok, only videos appear. Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing that I've thought about for TikTok. Like, they have slideshows as such a big part of their content, but it's like they don't give you a way to specify what you're looking for. And they have a way to specify live streams, but not any, like, slideshow content, which is strange to me. They should. They should let you break up content for slideshow and video. It's literally just, like, half of the stuff that you see up there. Well, maybe not half. It's like a third, maybe a quarter of the stuff you see on there, but that's still a lot because there is a lot of content on TikTok. Should be able to categorize by slideshow. I agree entirely. Maybe it'd be easier for me to report all of those those AI anime art uploads that people do. Or it's just like a bunch of them, like 30 images of AI anime art in a slideshow, and then I could just report it. I don't think TikTok would do anything about it, because I don't think that breaks their terms of service. But I would feel better about myself, trying to do something about it. And being able to with more efficiency, expediency. I do think it's funny how TikTok is, like, in China, apparently, is like a legitimate educational tool, from what I hear, because, you know, they have so many censorships and bylaws around the content they have, or that they allow on social media platforms, that it's like you can't really do what we do as in America, in the Americas on TikTok in China, because we just completely butchered that app within like moments of it showing up in the States. It's not even the same. It's like night and day. Oh no, he has the same skin tone as the lady. It's gonna get confusing. Womp. Oh god, that trumpet though. Ow, calm down. Just absolutely blew the reeds off of that trumpet. Do trumpets have reeds? I don't think they do. What do they got? What do you call those things? The little end piece of a trumpet. I participated in a jazz band in my school, so I should know this, but I don't. I don't freaking know. I think saxophone's got reeds, so that's one thing. What time is it? We're almost at hour 2. We can get the flats done. Easy peasy, dude. Abso-floggin-lutely. I believe that is a reference, if I'm not mistaken, to the movie Hook. Which is a great film. People will say that it's not a great film, but they're wrong. It's got Dante Bosco in it, so it's like you can't even be mad about it. And he plays Rufio, and it's crazy. Not to mention, it's got Robin Williams as the main guy for the film. Like, what are you even talking about? Hook isn't a great movie. I've seen this take. People have this take. The only thing that doesn't work in Hook is the Tinkerbell romance subplot. That one is dumb. I will agree with that. But outside of that, the movie's perfectly fine. And some of the scenes with the children are annoying, I will agree. Yeah, that's also a thing. But it does have some good highs. It's got some lows, but it's got some good highs. There's a scene in Hook where Captain Hook himself tries to shoot himself in the face with a gun, and it's very funny. Believe it or not, it shouldn't be, but it is. He, like, yells at Shmi to tell him to stop himself from doing it. It's great. And I can't even do it justice beyond that explanation. You have to just watch it. I gotta get her belt thing. It's not a belt, sash. Call it a sash, Zotan. That's better. Actually, is it even on any of these? No, I'm gonna have to hide the eyes again. Even though I'm pretty sure I could get away with just bringing up whatever I want on screen right now. I won't, but I could. As is so often the case. Alright, the eyes shall appear again. There, the sash has been colored in on that panel. And then we just got the sash on this panel, and then we got the Cardinal Knights, and they only got a couple spots of black and gray. That was easy. That's easy peasy. And then the flats are done for this page, and I'm happy to say that. I will be looking into that fill bucket tool video after stream, just to see if I can, you know, speed up my process. Even more. It's always good to find shortcuts. You can never have too many. Unless one of your shortcuts is using 3D models, then you might want to consider taking a step back. Unless you're making the 3D models yourself. I've seen people do that, and that's like a level of dedication that I can actually get behind. If you're willing to go into Blender and model out the environment with your own props and stuff, that's completely different. If you're just using the base assets from Clip Studio, that's another thing. That's just lazy. It's like you didn't even think about what you wanted the room to look like. You were just fine with having any old, like, floor plan, or table, or chair. It's like, what's the point in constructing a narrative in a world with a setting and characters if you're not even going to think about it? You're just going to accept whatever Clip Studio has to offer you? No. I won't. I shall never. I'm going to be an art puritan. I'm a purist and a puritanical about it until I die. Which will happen never. I'm going to live forever so that I can eternally spew this gospel. That 3D models are evil unless you make them yourself. I know people got deadlines, but I don't. So I'm privileged and I can say whatever I want without any repercussions. What are the freaking artists working at studios who use 3D models gonna do? Insult me? They don't have the time. They probably get out of their bed at like 6 in the morning, zap fry a couple Pop-Tarts, and then get to work on their 40,000 panels for that week. Sweating in Zoom calls with their editor and their line artist about things they have to cross-reference and all the continuity stuff they gotta keep in check. It's probably a nightmare. They don't have the time to insult me. Or call me out for anything I do. Probably brush their teeth with like a paintbrush so that they can get everything at once. Who says you need 2 minutes for a Korean manhwa artist in a studio? 10 seconds tops. Every teeth has been covered gratuitously. They're efficient over there. almost done with it. And I think I will call the stream after I finish the flats, because we definitely don't have time to render anything. Let alone do backgrounds. That'll be a next stream kind of deal. Faux show. I said I was going to do a little bit of a sketch of my D&D character, but I'll do that off stream. That's for a campaign that's not even going to show up on stream anyway, so it's like, it's not really relevant to the content I be doing here. Could draw those little eyeglasses that my dude has. I didn't draw a sword on this guy. Maybe he just doesn't have one. Laziness. Flats look boring, but at the same time entertaining. Yeah, they kind of are. Like I said it was the manual labor of the artistic process, and I'll stand by that. It wouldn't look as boring if I just figured out a more efficient way to do it, or if I wasn't so hard committed to this brush, this pencil brush, but I'm sorry, man. I can't use standard ink brushes. They never look good for me. I'm not good at doing line art with them. I need uniform line thickness. Some people are like, oh, the way you do good line art is getting, like, the difference in weight and thickness with your lines. Like, not for me. Absolutely not. If I ever start incorporating line thickness and weight into my art, it looks so bad. I'm telling you, I'm so bad at it. It might just be a practice thing, but it's just like I find the uniform, thin line art to be much more my speed. And I think it comes from my days of traditionally inking stuff with microns and micro pens in general. Like Hopic fine liners and stuff like that. Doing a lot of cross-hatching and stuff. I just like thin, uniform line weight. So I'm very practiced with that. I haven't done any cross-hatching in digital or traditional, so maybe I should get back into that at some point. Wait, Zotian, yes, Mask? A handbag? I just realized something. Do tell. Go on. Oh, you got good music for this epic revelation here. You better make it count. The whole Deathclaw talk, it's in the VODs, right? It should be. It very well should be. If you can remember what day that's on, then yeah. It should be in there. I do remember having that conversation, but Lord if I know. Oh no. Well. Yeah, you're incriminated, Mask. Everybody's gonna know your stance on Deathclaws. I don't even know what you said. So I doubt it matters that much. When I get 1 billion followers, you're gonna be so owned. It's gonna be crazy. Or something. Like, again, I don't really remember what you said, but you seem worried about it, so I can only assume. Must have sent some repugnant stuff that I pushed out of my brain. Not really. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I don't think it's actually a problem. Because I don't remember anything too salacious or nefarious being spoken on that day. Thank God. I do recall you bringing up that people were into the xenomorph, and I had never experienced that just as a concept in my brain before. So now I do have that morbid curiosity eating away inside of me, but I refuse to look it up or indulge it at all. I just know, I just have to live on the rest of my days knowing that there's some people out there that look at that xenomorph and they're like, yes, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Thank you. 2 mouths, better than 1. Sorry. I'll stop saying things out loud. Just kind of outed myself as a furry and a monster freaker, and that's all completely fine, I'm sure. It is 2023. We have a wide range of acceptance for all kinds, I would say. This isn't the early 2000s where if you were a furry and people knew that about you, you were getting physically pummeled. At least we have evolved as a society. At least a little bit. In some ways. Not a lot, but a little bit sometime. And like I said, if anyone ever outs anybody else for being a furry, it's just the ultimate hypocrisy, because everybody has those moments where it's like, I'm not a furry, but... And if you've never had one of those, then you have room to talk, but I don't think many people do. Let's see if I can make these glasses show up. Well, not like that, like this. Maybe I should do the circle tool? Yeah, let's do the circular tool. Let's do that, and then do this, and then a little bit of column AOA, and they should be smaller, I think. And then we'll move it. Actually, can we like move this? Oh, we can. Yes. Whoops, I gotta hide the ruler. And then we can go to white, titanium white. Do a little bit of rim light. This is like the most literal definition of rim lighting I've ever done. Then we'll do a little bit of this. Maybe it would look better over here. Yeah, I do like that. I like it better. Way better on the composition when it's the white here and the white there. Alright, and with that we did our flats for this page. I forgot. Almost. Give me the blue. Dabba-dee dabba-dabba dabba-dee dabba. Perfect. Now it looks like a comic page that I made. Can't stand white background pages. They make me so angry. I need color. Set the mood, why don't you? A white background, really? How pedestrian. Philistines, get out of here. At least go with like a black background, like it's so much more tasteful. You're not a manga artist. You can't work white background behind your panels, no. Very few people can. Including myself, I need to color the backgrounds of my pages. It just suits the aesthetic better. I mean, wouldn't you agree? I mean, check this out. This is what we got. I'll do a new layer. We'll go pure white. Color this in. And then I'll hide the blue and we'll see which one looks better. Get rid of this. Ew! That looks awful. Ew. Yeah. No. Yeah. Get the white out of here. It's also my campaign slogan. What's the difference between the fountain pen, the pencil, and the brush icon? It's just where a bunch of the tools are. These are a bunch of pen tools. This is a bunch of pencil tools. There's some pastels over here, like your charcoal, your crayon. I never use these, but maybe I could. Maybe the charcoal has some interesting textures, but I never used them. Although, that's pretty neat. Look at that. I could do some stuff with that someday, maybe. And the brush is just kind of more general painterly type tools and all that. There's some interesting textures here that I could work with in the future, if I were so inclined. What's pastel look like? Ooh, pastel's kind of nice. Interesting. That could be used for some stone texture there. But yeah, it's just different subgroups of different tools. Then there's an airbrush can over here for your softer brushes and all that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for today. I always love doing the flats because it just makes it feel like I did so much more work than the line art days. I always feel like I made actual progress when I do the flats. So that's nice to see. Panels, true. I was getting there. You don't gotta remind me. I only almost forgot the last time. I didn't truly forget, only almost forgot. This is very nice, I do enjoy this. I do think Salt Bay is cringe, but this is a very good way to honor his meme. I would say. Here's this one. I've actually been wearing a Frieza costume this whole time. Yes, that sure is one heck of a gotcha. Yeah, true. Well, I don't even want to know what this is from. Oh, that's not what you do. I don't like the shoujo little feathery sparkles either. That makes this so much worse. It's like that scene from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie as well. If you know, you know. Give me strength. Oh, Descartes. Give her the dick. Excuse me, Descartes. I'm putting Descartes before the horse there, my dude. I don't think that's his philosophy. I thought Descartes was kind of like an incel. What sort of college should I apply to? Why are you asking? I've seen the anime that this cat shows up in, I think. Pretty sure I've seen that. That girl thinks she might be my ball. I've seen this too. Well, I haven't seen any of this. But I know this conceptually. That this is like a representation of his dong. And it's very weird. The context for this does not make it better, honestly. But I think that's what that is. So the context for that actually makes it worse. Yeah, Descartes never married. But he did father a child, so not an incel, he just never got married. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why I knew that Descartes never got married. I don't know why. I just did. Again, I half remember everything. I am truly half omniscient. I know half of all things. And you must fear me as a result. Yeah, I've seen that. I thought I knew that cat from somewhere. He's got to be from this.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why, thank you.
Oh my god!
I wish I were a bird.
なんであんた英語喋っとるん？
娘がアメリカに行くのです。
鳥やったら？
鳥ではない。我が輩は猫である。猫でなければなんだというの。
Hello, everyone.
なんかに似とるな。森。
His face do be looking like the previous prime minister. I think every anime should incorporate English into their script. It's just very good. Oh my god. God dang it, Mask. Why did you have to show me this other artist here? This Alpine person. 19 years old, I'm gonna throw stuff across the room. Alright. Let me play the music. It's a little bit more dramatic than I anticipated. But we can end the stream on that regardless. Thank you all for stopping by. Progress day. I always love the flat days because it just looks like I did a lot, even if I didn't really. But, yeah. Same old in the future. Hopefully, Mask, you figure out when you're supposed to go to school. That'd be good for you, I think. But yeah, I'll catch you later, and bye-bye.